Hello, everybody. Wow, what a fantastic Christmas everybody had within the homes. And I hope you also had great Christmas as well. So let's have a quick look back on 2022, back to life, the end of testing, the end of lockdowns. That's just fantastic. The end of PPE, other than in exceptional circumstances, which we hope will not happen. So that's a really great news. So we're back to a civilized environment once more, which we can all relate to. So I'm so delighted for all of that. Back into the community, new activities. Individuals have been so long sort of locked down into their homes and the mentality and our fantastic colleagues, a number of them have joined during the lockdown, just getting everybody back out into the community. And it's been a really good one because it's really happening in a great way. And I do hear from other people in around the sector that they are absolutely struggling. So I think we're doing incredibly well on all of that. So big thank you. And for fantastic sort of social events that we put on within Home from Home. Apart from all the great community stuff, we had our fantastic May Ball again, our summer show, and our charity events. And it's just great bringing people together and seeing all of that on top of what we do in the community. And we have the social care exchange, movie nights, and boogie bingos. Lots of stuff going on there as well. So massive amount of creativity being unlocked amongst everybody. And then we got amazing achievements that the individuals are making themselves, and they're doing things that they haven't done before, which is really great. And lots of new friendships between the different homes as people come together. So although they're out in the community, there's also that opportunity within Home from Home to meet other people who have similar needs and similar interests and so on. And that is proving to be great as we see more friendships happening. Colleagues benefits, we have really gone all out, as we know, has been a massively challenging environment for our fantastic colleagues. So we've actually sort of created many benefits. There's refer a friend, there's loyalty attendance bonus where colleagues can earn 4% more on their salaries, which we're very proud of to be offering that. It's great that if they put more back in and they just attend on a reasonable, fair basis, that we pay an extra 4% for all of that. And that certainly worked. Then we had rapid payments, where somebody picks up a shift within 7 days and it's outside of their contracted hours or in addition to their contracted hours, we will pay them within 24 hours of completing that shift. That has proved to be fantastically successful. And it's really great if somebody's a little bit short of cash at the end of the month or during the month, picking up an extra shift can make all the difference to the budget. So that's been another great thing. Pay increases, we've gone over and above and beyond in pay increases. We don't have the luxury of being able to take on agency staff. I think we've used agency staff for 7 or 8 years. It just does not work for us. So we have to make sure that we're always properly staffed up. And we are not like the NHS nurses who actually fantastic people, wonderful people, they go on strike. So the NHS just doesn't take people in. We can't do any of that. And our amazing team, our amazing colleagues do not have that option of going on strike. And I think that's a really big one within the care sector. And it's often forgotten just how committed our fantastic workforce is and how underappreciated or under-recognized that they actually are. So I think that 2023 should be about real recognition of our fantastic workforces across the sector. So we've had incredible opportunities for colleagues to progress within the organization, 92 plus jobs. And that's great because everybody gets a little bit fed up at times of doing the same thing and their grass is always a little bit greener somewhere else. So we give them an opportunity to do that. And we have the experience shifts where we're encouraging our colleagues to pick up on new opportunities outside of where they're working. And for each of those 5 shifts that they can take, experience shifts, we are paying them an extra bonus of £10 through a gift voucher for each one. So if they pick up all 5 shifts, they can earn another £50. And this is just so they can you can experience new opportunities, which I think is all positive stuff for those that want to do all of those things. And we have the commitment to being an outstanding employer. We have taken on the Armed Forces Covenant, which makes us very proud of the fantastic men and women within our community who actually protect us. And we're delighted that we can offer them those opportunities when they come out of the Air Force or out of the Army or Navy, wherever. So that's really great. We have become a living wage employer, which means we are paying the living wage or better than the living wage, which I think is a fundamental. It's really very difficult when you have commissioners who don't accept that. They just think you should be paying everybody minimum wage. And that's shocking. There's a horrible thing called Care Cubed, which is the most disgraceful tool that is being used in the sector to just downgrade what everybody, what the fee should actually be. And it's based on the lowest sort of type of service rather than an aspirational type service, which probably works for some people, but certainly would never work for the individuals that we support. So that's a massive sort of fight in itself. Leadership training. We're doing fantastic leadership training for our great team because unusually we have virtually all of our managers, I believe, registered manager are under 30. 50% of our workforce is under 25. These are fantastic statistics where we have massively young, and also we obviously have oldies like me and people who are more mature as well, who are able to guide. But if you are very young and you are the manager of a home, you have not necessarily had the life experiences of how best to support your colleagues and your peer group and the, how do you actually manage somebody who's perhaps older than you and so on. So we're right onto that with our leadership training. We have taken on board the Just Culture, which is the culture from the Air Force and from the airline industry, which basically says, providing you haven't done something nasty, intentionally nasty, and providing you haven't tried to cover it up, we're not going to hit you over the head if you come forward and you tell us, and because we need to learn from the experience of why didn't it work? Can we do it better? So the Just Culture thing, I think, is really, really important. It's not a blame culture. Providing somebody who has made a mistake or has been involved in an incident, and providing it has not been done in a malicious way, we need to understand and so on. And we're very, very fair about all of that because that's what we're about. We're a learning organization. ZS Developments on our Zone Standard platform. We have the best platform in the country, perhaps in the world, for social care. And everything that we're doing is being more and more informed by data, but we do not allow the data to just say, well, this is what needs to happen, or this is what there is. The data is there to actually encourage our amazing staff to develop their own intelligence. So the data is there to inform us through what we call EHI, enhanced human intelligence. In other words, our amazing team, they will see more and more data. And against that, there will be the binary stuff, but against that is the sensory stuff. So they will be able to make decisions and understand circumstances, and they based on two different bits rather than it's just not working. It's actually saying, yeah, but it's saying it's not working, but actually the other side, the sense-driven data is saying, well, it is working. So based on that, you can make a better balanced decision. This is really exciting stuff for the future. One team working 60 seconds. Wow. I think the fact we're producing this every week is fantastic. And it's a great way of communicating. I don't think there's other organizations probably in the country who are doing anything like this. And the quality of all of our communications team and all the guys that are actually on there is really, really great. TikTok. Oh, isn't that great? I love seeing the TikTok 15-second shots of cleaners or whoever it is dancing around the place, colleagues and so on. I think we must be done nearly 40 of those, which have been massively positive. Okay, so now I've got to the stage where I say a massive thank you for changing the lives of the individuals that we support. Fantastic. And look forward to a great, great 2023. Have a lovely New Year's Eve and catch up with you next week. All the best.